Hi, I'm John and welcome back to my Lair of Action Figures. So today, like it's Sunday and like every Sunday, this is going to be this week in action figure news. So normally it should be 13 because I jumped 13, but I'm going to be still calling this one 15 and should go up with the numbers. So 13 would be because it's a bad luck number. Let's put it like that. Maybe that's why I forgot it, but this is going to be episode 15. And I wanted to do a bit of a change. You're going to have the pictures coming up on the right-hand screen over here when I'll be talking about it. But I wanted to do something a bit different due to the fact that we got a lot of stuff who came out from the Comicon in New York. So, of course, we're going to be starting by G.I. Joe, because by what else could we start by? And we're going to be talking about the His Tank, of course. This is the His Tank that came out in 2009, and this is the one that Hasbro is going to be doing in the winter version. So as you can see, it comes with the missiles over here. This is the same ones who are with the Stinger. And of course you have this over here. Now it looks like from the pictures that this won't be able to be dismantled, which is a bit of a shame due to the fact that if you're doing it in 6-inch scale, you could make it a bit better than something that pops on who shot a piece of little plastic. Anyway, I'll be doing more of a review about it closer to when it's announced. Now, I would speculate from the basics. Now, it's going to be very hard because there's some kind of extra tariffs who seems to be coming on of 100%. Who's been added. So yeah, it's going to be a bit hard to determine, but I believe that this vehicle would be around the $200 mark. So you can see the pictures up here with Lenny holding it. So we're going to let Lenny show off some of the stuff. As you can see, it's basically the same as the His Tank. It will not have maybe certain equipment like the light function, but we don't care about the light function. It will not have the two different canopies. It will not have the different parts that you have over here, but mostly all the rest is kind of the same. So of course you get two jerry cans. I guess those jerry cans would be the same ones that were delivered with the Vamp. So yeah, it looks interesting. You can open the back. I thought they would condemn the back due to the fact that they wanted to save money, but I would estimate that vehicle should be around the $200 mark for it, or maybe a bit lower, but that would depend with the tariffs. So this is something that's going to be going out on it. So yeah, the other thing that's very surprising, they decided to give the number of the His Tank, the Arctic one, instead of doing the 296 like this one, they decided to go with 724. For now, I don't know if there's any reason behind it, but yeah, it is a bit peculiar that they decided to change the number. I thought they would have stayed with a bit like they did with the original His Tank with the same number, so that would have made sense. Sadly, I was unable to locate the pilot of this vehicle, but it's very simple. What it is, it's a snow serpent with the head of the His driver. That's nothing else much different. So it is a quick reuse of some of the parts was already there, and it does make sense that you would have this kind of equipment over here. Now, going on to the G.I. Joe figures, we did have a whole bunch of G.I. Joe figures who were announced, Hit and Run, Lifeline. We didn't get Iceberg, who was a bit of a surprise, but hey, it can happen. I guess they replaced it with Big Lobe. We have the new version of the Mole Rat. We have also the Night Viper. If you want to know more about my thoughts about it, I have a more detailed video that you can go and check out if you want. But something that was very interesting that Hasbro announced, Lenny said that it's going to be a 7-inch figure. Now, of course, I wanted to give you a little comparison of the figures. So, of course, we have a female figure, we have Leatherneck, and we have Sergeant Slaughter. Let's call them the Marines over here. So, of course, we have Gung Ho, Sergeant Slaughter, about the same size. And over here, we have a Doc, who is a 7-inch figure from, of course, what's the name of those guys? Plan B Toys. So this is about the size of what you would be getting for the figures that will be coming out. So yeah, this is the problem. They always have a tendency of falling over. So I just wanted to show you a bit what would be the difference. As you can see, there's not much of a difference, but of course, Big Globe will be the biggest figure out there. Now, continuing with some more news, Hasbro has decided to launch the HasLab vehicle, or playset, if we can call it like that, and a bit of a surprise. I didn't believe that they were going to go back to an old franchise. Of course, there's a new movie who came out, and that's going to be fun. So, personally, from what I see, it is very expensive. So, roughly, you get 5 figures, 2 of the motorbikes, and you get a platform. So, if you really think about it, that's $260. I don't know, maybe Disney needs some money, so they decided to sell the franchise a bit higher, but it does feel a bit surprising for such an old movie. So, I'll be having the picture over here while I'm talking about it. So, like I said, 5 figures, 2 motorbikes, and the platform. So if you would say, let's say every figure costs 25 bucks, which seems a bit expensive for 3 3/4 inch figures, you could even lower it down to $20, but I prefer to go on $25 each character. That will make the accessories that come with it, the 2 motorbikes and the platform itself, would be at $45 a piece. And for that price, I find it extremely expensive. It would be interesting to see if it gets funded, so we will see. I will talk about it in the next episode, right to the end of the funding, and I will only put it into this week in action figure news. So, of course, not much more going out there, so that's going to be it for this episode of This Week in Action Figure News, episode 15. So if you like this kind of videos, please leave a like, share, comment in the section. If you have any suggestions, let me know. It would be great. If you want to go and have a look at some of my pictures and what I have for sale, you can go to my Facebook page. I have also an Instagram page, but I don't post that much. But if you want to go and check out some pictures, mostly they're on Facebook, pretty easy. You can find the link in the description. Tell me, what do you think? Which figure? What do you think about the His tank? I might be diving into more, doing a video about that. So let me know. Let's start a conversation in the comment section. Until then, I hope you have a fantastic day. And if you're watching this on Sunday, I wish you have a fantastic Sunday. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.